Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, happy Thursday, everyone. Let's talk about your forecast as we go throughout the day. Big changes underway. You may have noticed yesterday we made our way into the 60s and 70s across a good portion of the state. Today we have a front that's making its way through the state, and so we've had some rain and snow overnight across northern Utah. That's kind of tapered off a good bit for now, but we've got some snow filling in across southern Utah now. As we zoom in, there is still one little band of snow coming off of the Great Salt Lake that's moving around the Ogden area, now pushing a little further north up towards Perry and north of Morgan there. So that's going to continue to kind of drift up towards the Logan area. But for now, we're quiet along the Salt Lake Valley. Where we are seeing more widespread snow in a somewhat snowy morning commute is going to be right here on I-15, particularly highlighting Cedar City, where we've got some of that moderate snow coming down. We've got snow stretching back over towards Enterprise and northern portions of Washington County. Panguitch seeing some of that snow as well as up towards Beaver. So this little stretch in eastern Iron County, particularly of I-15, is going to be a little tricky this morning with temperatures right around the freezing mark. And we've got some light rain down towards the St. George area. Now, off across the north, as I mentioned, we've got this one little band coming off of the Great Salt Lake, but we're fairly quiet for now. But now we've got more activity developing up towards Idaho here from Twin Falls over towards Idaho Falls, dropping towards the south and east. So we'll see more showery activity filling in as we go throughout the day. So it's going to remain unsettled. This is not going to be one organized core storm moving through. It's going to come at us in waves and pieces. So that's why it's not necessarily going to be a major storm force, but it will produce some off and on snow accumulations throughout the day. So we have winter weather advisories, not just for today, but through your Friday going on for most of our north, central, and southern mountains and also the mountain valleys. And that's because these areas will likely pick up several inches of snow that could cause some travel impacts as we go throughout the time frame. So temperatures out there right now, the reason we're not seeing any major issues in the valleys, well, we're in the mid-30s right now. So, yeah, you're not even at freezing. Now, that's a different story over towards the Wasatch back. And then as you get down to southwest Utah, where we're seeing that snow filling in along I-15, temperatures are already below freezing. So that's why you could have a few more issues there. So as we go throughout the day, again, the model's struggling a little bit for fully highlighting this, but you can see that snow shower activity filling in over southwest Utah with the front. And then this afternoon, late this morning and into the afternoon hours, we'll start to see more activity drifting in from the north. But notice how kind of showery in nature this looks. So it's just kind of splotchy across the map, indicating everyone will have a chance across the state of a little rain and snow coming through during the day and into the afternoon hours. But, of course, it's going to be hit or miss out there from time to time. Now, tonight we'll get one more wave of energy moving through, and that'll produce a period of light snow, I think, and could potentially give the best chance of getting a little light accumulations even down to the valley floors into your Friday morning. And then as we go throughout your Friday, we should start to see things improving as high pressure begins to rebuild across the area, and that should continue into the weekend. As far as snow accumulations go, again, about 10 to 20 inches when all is said and done Friday afternoon for the Cottonwoods, 6 to 12 inches for our mountains, except for the southern mountains, where we'll likely pick up about 2 to 8 inches, but we can see about 2 to 6 inches for the Wasatch back. And then zooming in a little closer for the northern valleys, really only about a trace to an inch. But again, the best chance of seeing that will probably come this evening and tonight. Otherwise, the benches, about 1 to 4 inches. Central valleys, 1 to 3 inches. The eastern valleys, about a trace to an inch of snow expected there. Here's the good news. By the time we get towards the weekend, that sunshine returns. So we start to see things improving a good bit with those temperatures in the 50s across the north, and 60s and 70s across the south. St. George, looking at highs in the upper 50s with that chance of a few isolated showers continuing into your Friday. But look at the weekend. Looking pretty nice out there. The Wasatch Front will have that chance of rain and snow off and on today, tonight, into your early Friday morning. Then we start to dry things out as we head towards the weekend with more sunshine. All right, let's get a check on your traffic this morning. As we get you out the door, you'll be able to see. Again, the good news is, looking up, even heading up towards the Wasatch back, we've got wet road conditions, but not snow-covered road conditions. So that's good news for now. Of course, we'll keep an eye on this as we go throughout today. This is one of the areas where you can see some accumulation during the day. Meanwhile, I-15, this is northbound here across portions of the northern Wasatch Front. You can see we've had some snow showers overnight from that activity, but notice the roads, again, just damp or wet. Not really dealing with any snow-covered conditions or icy conditions right now. Again, that could change as we go throughout today and tonight, so we'll keep you updated. But for now, we'll send it back over to Matt.